quick update on the progress on the monoblock amplifiers. I've now completed wiring all of the transformer leads and dressed them and attached them to the various tubes V1, V2, and V3. Also the wires for the choke here. Also back in there I've got the AC in. That's the on-off switch, AC in. There's your fuse. And I've got a ground going down to the plate. Over here we've got the bias, positive and negative, RCA in, and speaker 8 ohm out. And then the 4 ohm and 16 ohm are just sitting here in case you could just swap them over for the 8 ohm and put your 4 or 16 ohm over there if you had a different set of speakers. So from here, after I get to this point, I'm going to start doing the bulk of the point-to-point wiring and soldering. I've already jumped ahead a little bit here. This is part of the bias circuit. This is an 11.2 ohm wire round resistor, and it passes through lug 8 and 1 of V1 over to 8 lug and 1 of V2, and then goes around to the bias jack here, and the green wire goes to ground. This is from that 11.2 ohm resistor. And so now it's just wiring from the cap can here and hooking up all the other wires to the circuit board. I'll also down in here be doing the wiring on the bias potentiometer, adding a couple of capacitors there into the bias circuit. And one thing that really helps me out with this kit is these are the original instructions or assembly instructions for this kit. Now in yellow here I've highlighted things that do not apply to this assembly because this is my chassis that I built. So there are some things that that just do not apply, but they're numbered, and I check them off as I go to see that I've completed that step, and I can move on to the next step. And then it just tells you, prepare a 3 1/4 inch wire and connect it from the electrolytic capacitor, lug number 1, then an S parentheses, that's for solder, and then that wire goes to pin 8 on V3. Now it doesn't say S, so that means that it wants you to put it there on V3, but don't solder it yet because there's other wires that are going to be going there. Matter of fact, the next step says connect one lead from the choke to pin number 8 on V3, S3 meaning solder the 3 wires that are all going to number 8, and the other lead to the electrolytic capacitor, lug number 2. But not solder, there's no S there, so there's other wires that are going to be going there. This is really helpful and just helping you keep track of where you're at. And like I said, some steps don't apply, most do, and that is how I go about staying organized with all the wiring for this amplifier.